Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am Country Boy, and today we don't have a NECA product. That's crazy. What? I know you guys are probably thinking I'm just a shill for NECA because that's all I've been opening recently, but they just have some really cool stuff. They got a lot of really cool stuff. But today, we're not doing a NECA. We're doing something totally different. From one of my favorite movie franchises, Jurassic Park, I got Robert Muldoon from the Hammond collection, from Mattel's Hammond collection. Probably one of the coolest characters, I would say, in the Jurassic Park series, and definitely the most quoted line in all of the Jurassic Park series. It's either this or "Hold on to your butts." Very, very close. It's probably a tie. Maybe this edges it out a bit more. But Robert Muldoon, like I said, he's a really cool character. Got an untimely end, unfortunately, in the movie. It would have been cool to see more of this character because he was more of a side character. But yeah, I'm hoping this figure is as cool as he looks in the movie. I know he's going to be not as much detail as a bigger figure because he's a 3 3/4 inch figure. So I expect that kind of detail. And I just kind of hope he fits in with the rest of my Hammond collection characters. But before we get to looking at the figure, let's get to looking at the packaging right now. All right, so here we have the packaging for Robert Muldoon. On the top, you can see it says Jurassic Park 30th anniversary, which is kind of crazy to me. It's been 30 years since this movie came out. 1993, I guess. So yeah, I feel old. My goodness. So choking hazard, small parts, not for children under 3 years. But then it says 8+ Mattel. So I don't know if it's for 8+ or for 3 years and older. Make up your mind there, Mattel. Hammond collection, that's the line that this is from. The 3 3/4 inch collection. Hammond collection again on the side. Then on the back, it says Jurassic Park Hammond collection. Robert Muldoon, a skilled hunter himself. Robert Muldoon is no match for the clever velociraptors at Jurassic Park. Obviously teasing his demise in the movie. And right here is an actual image of the actor himself from the movie. Then on this side, there's an image of the figure with some cool lighting. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. Makes him look badass. Then nothing really to see up there. But on the bottom here, there's some credits and whatnot. Things you might not have known, but whatever, not too interesting. So I guess that's the packaging. There's nothing left to do but to get into it. Let's look at the figure. Okay, so here we have Robert Muldoon out of the packaging. And obviously you're not going to get the level of detail you get in a bigger scale figure, or even with a figure that you get from, like I said, from NECA. I know I keep talking about them, but hey, they got great detail. What can I say? So I'll start off with some accessories of his. He's got these two hands right here. They're for gripping his gun, which obviously he has to have his gun because that's in the iconic moment in the movies when he's got his gun and he's trying to hunt that velociraptor. And then the gun itself right here is right here. It looks pretty much like the movie itself. It definitely is only one color, so it's pretty basic. It doesn't have like silver or brown colors on it like the gun would have in the movie. But it looks like his, I suppose it's a shotgun. It kind of looks like a pump action or something. And then he's got this part that clicks back and clicks back again in the movie. Doesn't actually do that here. It's all one piece. And this is pretty rigid itself too. But regardless, I'm probably going to have this in his hand when I do pose this guy. And then you have this second head of his, which is probably the head I will use because I like this hat. This is definitely his iconic hat that he has in the movie. Not the moment when he dies because he takes it off. He puts it on that tree branch or that big tree stump, you could say. But this is, I mean, it's doable. It passes as Robert Muldoon if you want it to. It's got decent paint job. It's a much smaller figure, so obviously you're not going to get the same level of detail you would with a bigger figure. But it does the job. It does do a decent job. And then here's the actual figure itself. It's like he just took his hat off. It looks like he's got his hat kind of matted, or his hair kind of matted down a bit. And yeah, so this is what he looks like. I'll do a little bit of articulation right off the hop here. Head doesn't go back too far. That's as far back as it goes down that far. So very limited that way. It spins all the way around if you need it to. His elbow, elbow goes about that far. So just about 9 degrees or so. Goes out that far and up that far. Wrist rotation all the way around, and can go like that and like that. Let's see, he's got a bit of a waist swivel, not too much. He can't move him too far, but he does rotate a bit. Let's see, the legs can go, whoa, we can do a total Van Damme right there. Wow, that's crazy. Good splits. Knees, he's got double jointed knees, so they go all the way. He can kick his own butt if he wanted to, it looks like. Good job there. Feet, he's got boots, so they don't go that too far down. Forward, they don't go too far either. They're pretty limited. But that would be his articulation anyways. Let's take a look at the detail, though. His face is serviceable, I'd say. It passes as Robert Muldoon. He's got, I like, how do they get the eyes right there? Like, look at the blues in the eyes. It's very well done there, anyways. The vest opens up a bit. Oh, you can actually see his park badge that he wears. That's kind of cool. That's a cool level of detail right there. And then he's got his shorts on, his khakis, got the long socks, as was the style in the 90s, I guess. Got his watch. What time was it? I can't quite tell which way his watch is facing. Anyways, yeah, so here's more of the vest. Oh, he's even got a gun holster in the back there. That's kind of cool. A little extra detail there. I never would have known that. Yeah, so pretty simple, pretty basic. So I guess he'll fit in very well with the rest of my Hammond collection figures. So I guess next thing I'll do is I'll just kind of compare him to other figures that are in that line, or at least in that scale. So stay tuned for that. And so here we have Robert Muldoon in his getup with the hat and the gun. So yeah, this is definitely the way I'm going to have him pose, because he just looks so much cooler this way. And it definitely looks more like the figure, the character that you know from the movie. But I will compare him to another few other characters like John Hammond, who is responsible for the park itself and responsible for his death, if you think about it, because of the whole velociraptor park thing. So yeah, he's definitely smaller, which he should be, because in the movie, John Hammond is a shorter fellow. But I'll compare someone else in here. We'll throw in Alan Grant, who is about the same size, rightfully so. They're very similar size in the movie, so it makes sense that they'd be similar size in the toys. And then the last character I'll throw in here is a female character, Ellie Sattler, who is a part of the scene where Muldoon dies, where they're running to get to that power grid. And she makes it, but unfortunately he doesn't. But she fits in pretty close as well, too. She's a little bit shorter than him, but still taller than John Hammond. But yeah, that's going to be that for Robert Muldoon. Pretty basic figure. Looks cool. He'll fit in very well with my figures. I guess if you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. I am CountryBoy9 with an underscore in there somewheres. If you like what I do here, go ahead and check out my other channel where I'm with my friends called Wasted Opinions. We talk movies, video games, TV shows, whatever you want, and the like. Give us a subscribe there as well, too, if you want. Until next time, I'm Country Boy, and I gotta get off this island.